So my name's Jo from a website called sportsliberated.com, so it's quite lifestyle orientated. So I want to talk to you about snakes. I love snakes. And
Really?
I often get to talk to other people
Oh,
about
that's so
snakes.
cool.
You've got snakes, is that
I
right?
do, yeah. I have 2 red-tailed boas and a ball python. They're really common in the pet trade. I'm sure if you are really into snakes, you're aware of that. But I love talking about them. And I have a really fun story about one of them. So my one boa constrictor, his name's Cortez. He was a little bitty baby when I got him, and I actually got him when I was in Florida for a track meet, and I went to this reptile shop nearby. This was back in college, and I bought this little baby snake, and we had an 11-hour bus ride back from this track meet, and I had this baby snake in my zip-up pocket with my hand for the whole 11-hour bus ride. And I brought him back from a track meet, and now he's, 9 feet long and full grown, because this was back my sophomore year of college, and now I've been out of college for 3 years, so he's full grown now.
That's amazing. Because I have a friend who had a giant, white python thing. It was
Okay.
huge.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, do you want me to show you? I'll feed it for you." And I said,
Yeah.
"Okay, great." And he gave it this massive rat thing, and I thought, I don't know if it's going to give it a little treat or something. And it crunched all the bones, and it was so grim. It was so grim. So do you have to feed them or sort of?
Yeah, I feed them rats is what is expected, but I don't feed them live for a number of reasons. Live is more expensive, they're harder to get, and it can actually be dangerous for the snake itself. If you're feeding them large rats can actually bite the snake and injure the snake, and people don't realize this, but if you just left a live rat and it was in with a snake and it didn't eat the rat for some reason, like sometimes snakes are just finicky and they don't eat, the rat can actually kill the snake and eat the snake itself. So people don't know this, and it actually happens a lot because people who have pet snakes and they don't know this, maybe they're new to reptile keeping, that will happen. So I don't feed them live. That usually the snake is just laying there, say it's like ill or something, and it's just laying there, and the rat will just start eating it. I know, it's really gruesome. So I like to feed pre-killed because it's just nicer as well. Like I'm an animal lover, and it's the circle of life, right? I'm not going to have these pet snakes and not feed them, and it is natural. Like, it's a natural thing for them to eat other animals, but it's still hard for me to feed them a live rat. Like, that's not pleasant to see. So I like to feed already pre-killed.
So do you think, and I've been asking Noah this about his blogging and all that sort of thing, do you think having that outside interest in something other than athletics is good for your whole well-being?
I do, yeah, because it's a lot to be a professional athlete. I mean, it takes over your entire life. Most people who go to work can step away from work when they get home, but you never really get to step away from work when you're an athlete. It comes home with you because what you eat is part of your work, how much you sleep is part of your work, watching video of your performances. I mean, it's really hard to kind of forget about track sometimes, and it's good for me to have something that takes my mind off of it, and the animals give me another outlet for my passion and something to really just think about other than track. So it's really fun to just sometimes step away, not think about the vault for a while, take my dog out for a run, and take care of my pets and hang out with my animals, and that's what I love to do.
Have you talked to Laura Muir at all? Because she's just trained to be a vet.
Yeah, yeah, they were talking about that in the press conference. That's really awesome. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a vet, and honestly, track kind of got in the way of that because I got to college and some people can handle the classes on top of that. I could not, and I discovered journalism, and I was a broadcast journalism major is what I did in college, and that really goes well with track because of things like this. But yeah, I think that's really awesome that she's going to be a vet, and I just can really appreciate that passion for animals and wanting to help them.
Do you think it also is good because your athletics career, perhaps in the past it would have been all or nothing for the professional athletes, so just solely focused on the athletics, but you have an outlet for when your career ends, which is obviously going to be well, but you're not thinking, that's it, I'm done, what do I do next?
Yeah.
You have something. I think it's so healthy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great for me because I've got these opportunities. I've got this platform that'll kind of lead me into that next step of life, and I've got some guidance. Some people finish their athletics career and don't know what to do with it, but I feel like I've got this opportunity to combine all of my passions, my love for journalism, my love for animals, my skill being on television, and maybe bring it all together and do something. My dream would be to do something with Animal Planet or Discovery Channel and somehow be involved in educating the world about animals.
Fantastic. And also, I used to be a gymnast myself, so I know that feeling when you're falling through the air, well, hopefully, in some sort of meaningful way.
Yeah.
And it strikes me that when you've hit a really good pole vault, and that bit where you've seen that you've cleared it, and that bit where you fall to the mat, you're just in your own zone and you've done it. Is that like the most amazing bit of your jump?
It is. I mean, people ask me, are you ever afraid of the fall? We don't notice the fall at all. Your brain is solely focused on that bar and seeing whether it's going to stay there or not, especially if you brushed it or whatever. And so when you clear a bar and you just find out that you're clear, I mean, it's so relieving and freeing, and you just feel relief and like a weight off your chest, and it's such a good feeling. It's like a fresh breath of air.